Hello students, good morning. Today in the connection of the earlier topics, especially the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, I am going to discuss about the art of characterization of Jane Eyre. Charlotte Bronte has been known as the greatest novelist in English literature. Although she has written limited range based characters and the title of the novel is similar to the heroine of the novel. I am Dr. S.R. Bhargav, Associate Professor, Department of English. Today the characterization in the novel by Charlotte Bronte has been discussed in the topic. First of all, I talk about the main heroine. The name of the heroine is chief character is Jane Eyre. Bronte's Jane Eyre was written during the Victorian era. During those periods, there was too much class separation and gender bias too. She belongs to Victorian age, and the male dominating society has been discussed in the society. It was a predominantly male led society, hence the voice of Jane Eyre was around a sound of rebellion and the beginning of the feminist movement. Some of the characters from Jane Eyre have been analyzed below. Jane Eyre is the protagonist and the main narrator of the novel. Jane Eyre is not only the chief character, she narrates the story of the novel also. She grows into a highly sensitive, independent woman. Her journey is filled with hardships as she faces stiff resistance from everyone she meets. She is presented as a sensitive, independent woman, and she travels with her hardships and she faces so many types of hurdles in her life. Her poverty, social class crushes her desires, and she is treated cruelty by the reeds and others. Surprisingly, she continues to grow her spirit independently and strengthen her beliefs. She grows step by step. She is born in the family where she is neglected and she is left for orphanage. After leaving Mr. Rochester, she becomes destitute and continues to be fully independent. At the Moor House, where she is valued but refuses to go to India with St. John. Finally, she reconciles with Mr. Rochester and marries him. She refuses to bow down in front of people like Helen Burns and St. John. Although she has confrontations with St. John, whom she fights, but she does not stoop. She remains constant, optimistic for her future, and she leaves the house with her independent feelings. She chooses spirituality, preferring love and empathy. Her empathetic and rebellious character is considered as the beginning of feminism, where women start demanding for their rights. Jane Eyre is considered as the feminist heroine. She fights for her rights. She is no more suppressing her feelings, and she is going ahead to face the challenges. She is independent woman, highly sensitive. Her journey is filled with hardships as she faces the stiff resistance from everyone she meets. Her property, social class crushes her desires, and she is treated cruelty by the reeds and others. Reeds and others people do not respect her. They crush her feelings, her wishes. Edward Rochester II comes to her life. Mr. Rochester is the owner of Thornfield Manor. He exhibits Byronic qualities of hero, having appeal and attraction in his character. He is sympathetic. He is forced to confine Bertha Mason, his first wife, due to the mental state. Mr. Rochester loved Jane despite vast social differences. He provides the sense of being loved to Jane and gives her a family. He is left broken when Jane rejects to marry him on the wedding day. After Bertha's death and he is impartially blinded due to the fire he mentioned is in ruins. During his lowest time, Jane reconciles with him. He gains his eyesight and is happily married to Jane by the end of the story. A fact that proves Jane's superiority in ethical as well as emotional relationship. Mr. Rochester comes in her life. She sometimes agrees, sometimes disagrees, but ultimately gets married. John Rivers, as Saint John, is Jane's cousin and brother of Diana and Mary. Though he becomes a genuinely nice person, he is cold. Jane refuses to marry him to go to India. His Christian evangelic teachings influence her, but she believes his religious doctrines are cold, strict, and stoic devotion. He wishes for an obedient wife who can influence efficiently and is surprised at Jane's rejection. Later, he leaves for themselves for the missionary work to India and other countries. He works hard for 10 years and dies still young and single. So John Rivers' life has been shown as tragic. Helen, Jane is schoolmate at Lowood School who demonstrates tolerance and other Christian values opposite to Jane. Helen is sometimes cordial to her. She holds a doctrine that her faithfulness and patience would win a reward in the life hereafter. Despite facing torture from Mrs. Sketcherd, she doesn't fight back, or viewers in her believe that she would meet her family in heaven. Helen dies due to consumption. Before dying, she expresses that she is glad to leave the world of suffering. Mr. Brocklehurst. Mr. Brocklehurst demonstrates his hypocritical Christian morals. He is known for torturing his students mentally and with cruelty of Lowood School. This behavior is contrary to his evangelical sermons. Poor conditions at the school and very low quality food show contradictions in his actions and teachings. It later proves that he stole funds from the school from his own family, an act which leads to his expulsion. So the character of Mr. Brocklehurst and Helen have been presented here and how they utilize their power. Bertha Mason is Mr. Rochester's first wife. The major purpose of her marrying Mr. Rochester is to consolidate the family wealth. Her violent outbursts and her mental condition leads to her confinement at Thornfield. Grace People keeps watching on her. Grace Poole. Eventually, her insanity costs Rochester his eyesight and causes a fire in the mansion. Bertha leaps into the fire and dies. Her death leads to the reconciliation of Mr. Rochester and Jane. So, the end of Bertha is also very tragic. She dies. Mrs. Reed. Mrs. Reed is Jane's aunt. Despite her promise to her husband, Mr. Reed, to raise Jane as her own, she ill-treats her. Mrs. Reed often locks Jane up but simultaneously spoils her own children by favoring. She continues to torture Jane mentally. Her worst comes out when she lies about Jane's death. However, she reveals her hatred toward Jane even on her deathbed and refuses to feel guilty. Before dying, she gives the letter of inheritance to Jane, which was from her uncle Johann Eyre. Miss Temple. Miss Temple is sympathetic to Jane. Miss Temple is a kindly lady at Lowood who takes the responsibility of feeding the orphans. She is very kind, especially towards Helen and Jane. Miss Temple supports the children through thick or thin. Her kind act has been shown as she continues to care for Helen when she is on the deathbed. Jane is indirectly influenced by her character and continues to help others in the future. John Reed. John Reed is Jane's cousin and brother of Georgiana and Elijah. His behavior is obnoxious and he is a typical bullying man. Even though he is a cousin, Jane doesn't leave a good impression on him. John Reed takes after his mother and mistreats Jane. He locks her in the red room where she lives with him. He becomes a drunk and a gambler in his adult life and kills himself to escape growing debts. Grace Poole. Grace Poole is a character of Bertha Mason, Mr. Rochester's first wife at Thornfield. Grace is an alcoholic trying to live without gin. She falls asleep when she is drunk. During one of the her lapses, Bertha escapes and sets the house on fire that blinds Mr. Rochester. She is also accused of all the troubles caused by Bertha during Jane's stay. In the art of characterization, we have seen there are so many types of characters in the novel. First of all, we have major characters. Major characters, and secondary we have minor characters. In major characters, we have Jane Eyre, Edward Rochester, Joan Rivers, and we have minor characters: Helen, Mr. Brocklehurst, Bertha Mason, Mrs. Reed, Miss Temple, John Reed, Grace Poole, etc. Major characters play very meaningful role in the life of Jane. First of all, when Jane is introduced, she is presented as an orphan in the care of her aunt Reed family, Mr. Reed's family, where she is thrown out as a neglected charity thing to be donated for the orphanage. Jane feels very humiliated at the outset. She does not like the idea of living an orphan. She is not looked after very well, but Miss Temple and the teacher at Lowood School, she is sent by Mrs. Reed, where she is behaved in different manner. She is sympathized with the principal, Miss Temple also. Helen Burns also feels for her. The life of Lowood was very important for Jane, where she desired to become a governess, and ultimately she applies for, and after some time when she becomes somehow older, she is appointed as governess in the novel. Minor characters such as Joan Rivers, Helen, Mr. Brocklehurst, Bertha Mason, Mrs. Reed, Miss Temple, although they are not so minor because they play their roles in the main plot as well as in the subplot also. So the art of characterization of Charlotte Bronte is very nice. The narrator of the characters is no other than the heroine Jane Eyre, who talks about in first person and somewhere in second person. We also find the narrative technique in a limited manner. We find satire, irony, pathos in the novel. The characters are full of harmony, situation of satire, ironical and satirical comments have been presented. The language used in the novel is simply following the urban and rural culture. So you have listened the lesson carefully. I think the students, you have listened the novel characters carefully and learn them by heart. Thank you students. Nice, very nice for your cooperation. Thank you.